Hello everybody and welcome back to the Mongoolie Show. Today we're going to be taking a look at the weblog live over on Twitch, and if you want to join us, head over to twitch.tv/themongoolie show. Hit that follow button so you know when I go live and you can come join me for these podcasts. We are hanging out with El Jefe, Commander Faust, Elder Jim, Say Ni was in here a minute ago. Got a lot of fun people going on here, so come on over, say hi, hang out with us. It's a good time. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Green Goblin Scourge, or Trials, or whatever you want to call it. It's coming out next week. We got all the information we need for that event, as well as a couple other things that are going to be happening over the week. An improvement to the Mega Orb, as well as a back history for Winter Soldier, just for good measure. So let's get into all that right now. All right, on Monday, it looks like we're gonna have a Vulture Blitz, which was a little unfortunate because he's been out for so long that most of us already have him maxed out. But if you don't, he did just get a really nice rework, so make sure you go and get those shards. We've got the Wakandan Warriors event, which we'll talk about more in a second, as well as Season 46 of the Strike Pass, including Ronin, Mockingbird, and Tigra. All great characters. We're definitely going to want to be doing that, getting all of them. They are necessary, well, not necessary, but they're going to be useful for the Goblin Trial starting on Thursday, which we'll definitely talk more about. Tuesday, we've got a beta raid coming out. Thursday is the Green Goblin Classics trial. Definitely touching on that in a second. And then on Friday, we have the Blitz with the new Avengers Quick Rumble, the Winter Soldier debut, whatever that is, Stark Grant Battle and Blitz event, which we'll talk about, and the State of the Art Web Milestone, which neither of those two events we actually have charts for just yet. It says the charts are coming on Monday. I talked to Archangel about that. He says they're still working on it. Seems a little weird that they're still working on that on Friday if it's going to be coming out in the near future, but I guess they just want to hammer some things out, make sure they can make the best event for us possible. So we'll see. Also, we're going to keep an eye out for inbox messages alerting us of Beta Ray Bill being added to the Cosmic Crucible store. That's fantastic. As well as Iron Man Infinity War is getting added to the bumps, which is something they are just going to stick with, I guess. All right, taking a look at the Green Goblin Classic trials. We know they're going to start on Thursday. They do tell us that if you want to unlock him right away during the event, you're going to need to get 550,000 points for a 3-star unlock. Now, good news, if you can't quite hit that milestone, but you hit 450,000, you will unlock him with the leaderboard at the end of the week. So worst case scenario, 450 is your absolute floor if you want to earn this character. And if you want to get him for a 4-star, you will need to get 1.35 million points. Now, we don't have the charts available to us at this exact moment. My guess is that will require a run of 8, level 8, in which case you will require both Rebirth and New Avengers to be built up. So be prepared for that. If you don't try and hit that number, you only want to get the 3-star unlock, you should be fine with just Rebirth or a mix and match. You won't need both teams, but that's what we know so far. Now, it doesn't tell us what nodes we're going to require each team for specifically on level 8 or higher, but on level 5 or higher, you will need a combination of New Avengers and Rebirth for nodes 2, 6, and 10. And beyond that, what we're going to need, which teams specifically for which nodes at raid 8, it doesn't tell us, but you will need to build up both teams if you want to go up that high. As far as the actual packs go, we do have a list of them here. You've got Experimental Serum 2. It's weird that there's not an Experimental Serum 1, but so be it. Experimental Serum 2 is going to give you enemies a 20% max health. Experimental Serum 3 is 30% max health, so you could get 50% right there by doing just those two. Snake Eyes, on spawn, player characters gain increased critical hit chance, and enemy characters gain increased critical hit damage. So you have a better chance of hitting them, they have a better chance of actually damaging you. World at War, all war abilities are active during this run. This is going to be a really, really cool one. Feels like in the last one where you definitely wanted to have your raids turned on. I feel like you're definitely going to want to have this turned on. Especially there is a city villain node, and if you have your underworld built up pretty high, this could be backbreaking, which would be really, really good. Science Bros, on spawn, Pegasus characters gain the new Avengers trait, and Hydra characters gain the Masters of Evil trait. Next Generation, on spawn, new warrior characters gain the Rebirth trait, and young Avenger characters gain the Heroes for Hire trait. Now notice this is on spawn, so you cannot bring your new warriors into nodes that require Rebirth. That's not how this works. But if you want to give them some of the benefits of the Rebirth team, you can do that in other nodes. Second win, when any character drops to 50% health, they generate 2 ability energy for themselves. Warp World, when a character drops to 50% health, all their enemies flip negative status effects to positive. And all their allies flip their positive status effects to negatives. If you know that you can survive for quite a while with not getting hit all that hard, this might be really, really strong. Like if you've got an incredibly built up roster, this could be really, really good for you. If you don't have an incredibly built up roster, I feel like this is gonna hurt you a lot. We'll have to see how that one goes in the actual game. And then lastly, power dynamics. On turn start, characters remove all positive effects from self and heal 10% of max health for each positive effect removed. We see something kind of like this in Cosmic Crucible at the moment. It's the opposite though, where you remove negative effects and heal. So this one you're removing all your positive effects. So the nice thing about that is if you can put a lot of negatives on your opponents, flip all their positive to negative, stuff like that, you're gonna do really, really well with this one. But you're not going to be able to keep any positives on yourself. So we'll see how that goes. As we said, the new Strike Pass is out or coming out very soon, and it's going to feature Tigra, Ronin, and Mockingbird, all characters that I don't have up all that high. So this is going to be really, really good for me, and just in time for the Goblin objective. Now, unfortunately, I wish this was a week earlier, so you had time to actually really level it up while the Goblin trial was on, but so be it. Better late than never. Worst case scenario, you'll have them for the second time the Goblin trial comes around. If you're seeing this in time, absolutely make sure you click your free claim Friday. They're going to give you some Craven shards, and he is looking like an absolute boss character, so you definitely want to get him as high as you possibly can. It's only 5 shards. It's not going to make or break you, but every little bit helps. All right, last week we took a look at one of the events that was giving out Wakandan shards, and I was like, why is this happening? This isn't tied to any Marvel movie. This doesn't make any sense. Lo and behold, now we have an event where we do want to use Wakandan warriors. So they were just giving us a heads up that something was coming. If we take a look at the actual chart, we can see that what we want to be doing is battling Cosmic Crucible. Now, unfortunately, you do need to win in Cosmic Crucible. This is not just battling. So depending on how high up you are, this might actually be really tough for you to do. You will need to win Cosmic Crucible battles first and foremost. You will need to win Cosmic Crucible battles with new warriors, and the higher up your stars are for them, the more points you're going to get. And you're going to want to win with Wakandans, and again, the higher up they are, the better that's going to be. Now, the nice thing is Wakandans have been out for a very, very long time. So if you've got a really easy match, you should be able to get a win with 5-7 star Wakandans, which would be fantastic. It's worth noting this is an alliance-wide event. It's going to last for 3 days. So the point values aren't all that high for each individual win that you're going to do, but hopefully your entire alliance is working towards this and you can all reap those benefits. So if your entire alliance, per se, gets a win with 5-7 star Wakandan Crucibles, that's 1,000 points per person. That's 24,000 points right there. If they can do that all 3 times, like it's going to snowball on itself. It's going to actually be pretty handy. However, because it is all tied to wins, if you get a really, really rough matchup, that's going to be very hard for you to help out your alliance with this one, which could be an issue. Now, I remember listening to another content creator, one of the envoys, I honestly don't remember which one, it might have been Mr. Hartgrave, who was saying that he had talked to somebody at Scopely about this, being like, this is an issue. Like, having Cosmic Crucible tied to wins is a really serious firewall that can really damage some people's ability to get up high in this, especially if you're in like Masters or something really, really high up. So we'll have to see if they do change this, but as of right now, this is tied to wins, which will be a little difficult. You can also earn allied supply 2 orb fragments, which will help you out. It's only at a rate of 1-to-1, but so be it. If your entire alliance is doing that, that should help you out. Now, as far as the actual rewards go, you'll get a ton of Vibranium slabs, as well as, if you make it down low enough, some T2 level 5 Ion Orb fragments, which is really good. There are some Shocker character fragments here and Vulture character shards. Sure. Like, again, if you don't have these characters, that's good, because they just got a nice rework, but for most of us, that's a non-starter. There's also some training modules available, and if you make it down far enough, you can get some gold promotional credits. These are not worth anything like they used to be. I feel like they are giving these out like candy at the moment, but hey, I'll take them. The next event we can't actually take a look at yet because the chart isn't available till Monday, as we said. The leaderboard is there, but we don't really care about that. And even the milestone, sorry, the web milestone that's attached to it, also the chart's not available till Monday. So we'll have to come back and take a look at this further. But the nice thing about it is, even though it is a blitz, they do say that their results, sorry, the special formula or whatever the hell they're calling it, will result in 1 hour cooldown for blitzes, which is fantastic news. And they say that the 1 hour cooldown will activate, will last through the remainder of 2023. I would love to hear that it is just going to last forever, but I will take that it's going to happen for the next 2 months. That's something at least I accept. The 1 hour blitzes suck, straight up. But anything they can do to make it a little easier for us or a little bit less painful, I am here for, and being able to get them done all in 8 hours as opposed to 16 hours is a huge bonus for me. I drive an hour to work and I have no cell service at work, so there is 10 hours of my day where I cannot play this game. So for blitzing, there's no chance of me getting 16 hours in. It's just not possible. I probably can't even get 8 hours in, but at least I can get closer. So that's a huge bonus, and I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, we have no charts to look at, so we'll just move on. Friday is going to show you that there is a quick rumble blitz for the new Avengers. I don't have all of them at 7 stars, but it is giving you 10,000 points as opposed to the usual like 5,000 points, so it shouldn't be too hard. Coulson and Thing have been around for a long time, so these are always easy, so just do what you got to do. Okay, so about a month ago, if you remember, there was a poll going on for which character you want to see a symbiote version of, or symbiote version of. There was Silver Surfer, Kestrel, Groot, and Thanos. Unfortunately for me, Silver Surfer won by an absolute landslide, which I think is just a really boring character design. No offense to the artist who did it. It's just that Silver Surfer is basically a mannequin. Like, there's nothing interesting about him to look at. He's just a silver dude. So by putting a symbiote on him, now he's just a regular dude. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been cool to see somebody who had some like other stuff going on their character, but so be it. This is the character that's gonna be coming to the game. I have to assume this is gonna have a symbiote rework coming with him. Maybe we'll see Null, which would be kind of cool. But let me know if you like this design. It doesn't do it for me personally, but we'll have to see what he looks like in game when he's moving around. Maybe that'll help. The raid season starts tomorrow, November 12th, and what they're saying is that they have added more fragments for the various gear orbs, as well as extended teal epic orbs to the top 25% of the leaderboard. Start coordinating with your alliance now to ensure you climb the leaderboard and enjoy these additional rewards. That's going to start tomorrow, so that's kind of nice. The Mega Orb has gotten an upgrade. I'll admit, when I first read this, I read it wrong and thought it was actually a really bad thing. What it's saying is they've reduced the amount of characters in the pool, so they're going to get rid of like the Kestrels and the characters that we've all probably got at 7 stars at this point. They're only going to have 30 of the most recent characters. Now, it does not say the 30 most recent characters. They're going to pick and choose, but like, hopefully there won't be anybody in there who's super old that we've all got at 7 stars already. So that's really nice. When you're a brand new player, the Mega Orb is crazy exciting because you're getting a ton of shards and you need everybody. The level that I'm at now, the Mega Orb is dead to me because I always just get 50 shards for characters I've already got. Unfortunately, I wasn't saving them up because I guess I'm an idiot and I was just kind of hoping to win the lottery. But if you have been saving them up, this is going to be huge for you. If you've got a couple of Mega Orbs just sitting around that you never bothered to open, this is actually a really, really nice improvement. It's not going to get me to buy any like they want me to, but when I do earn them, it'll actually mean something to me, so that's kind of cool. And lastly, we have the history of the Winter Soldier. Just cause, I don't know. They said next week there is an event called the Winter Soldier Debut. I don't know what that's about. It doesn't explain it in any way, shape, or form. Maybe that's why they've got his history here. Basically, they're just saying that he came out this month back in 2004 in Captain America #1. He was just in shadows at that point, but he revealed himself later on and was quite a pain. He's been in the game forever. I don't know why this is here other than Cool History Month. All right, that's it for the weekly blog. If you made it this far, please consider hitting that like button. I really appreciate it. As well as we're trying to hit 500 subscribers. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It really does help out the channel. We are doing this live over on Twitch. So please come on over to twitch.tv/TheMongoolie Show. Hit the follow button. Make sure you don't miss an episode going forward. That would be wonderful. And as for everything going forward, we got the Goblin Trials coming up. I'm super excited for it. Let me know, are you excited for the Goblin Trials? I wasn't originally. I super am now. I'm really on board with this team. I think they're very, very cool. Let me know what you're thinking. And until next time, good luck to you.